How do you manage system, software permissions, and user accounts effectively? Imagine trying to keep a busy office organized where everyone has access to the right tools but nothing they shouldn't touch. Managing system software permissions and user accounts is just like that. It helps keep your computer safe and running smoothly. First, you need to understand who is using your system. These are the users, and they can be people or automated processes. Each user might have different responsibilities, so we group them into roles like administrator, editor, or viewer. Permissions are what you give each role or user, like the ability to read files, write new data, or delete information. Instead of assigning permissions to each person one by one, most systems use role-based access control. This means you create roles with specific permissions and then assign users to those roles. For example, a human resources manager might have full access to employee records, while a receptionist only has permission to view schedules. This makes managing permissions much easier and faster. Now, the principle of least privilege is very important. It means giving users only the permissions they need to do their jobs. If someone only needs to view data, do not give them editing rights. This reduces the chance of mistakes or misuse. Next, it helps to clearly define what each role can do. Make a list or a chart showing who can access what. This way, you avoid giving too many permissions to one person or role. When responsibilities change, update permissions accordingly. Instead of changing individual accounts, you update the role. Most operating systems and software have built-in tools for this. For example, Windows uses permissions on files and folders, where you can set who can read, write, or delete. Linux systems use similar permission settings, called file modes. Creating a hierarchy of roles can also help. Higher roles can inherit permissions from lower roles but also have extra rights. For example, a department head might have all the permissions of a team lead plus the ability to approve access requests. Regularly reviewing permissions is key. As people leave or change roles, remove unnecessary access quickly. This keeps your system secure. Organizations often have policies to follow, especially for sensitive data. These policies specify who can see or change certain information. For example, only authorized personnel should access personal or health data. Using practical examples can make this clearer. For instance, a shared folder might be set so only certain groups can edit files, while others can only view. Printers can be restricted so some users can manage settings, but others can only print. By following these steps, you can keep user accounts and permissions well organized. It helps prevent security issues and makes managing your system easier. When permissions are clear and up to date, everyone can do their work efficiently without risking the system's safety.